I don't know, I think about sort of the universal humanity that I feel when I look at Mark's work. A lot of theming, I feel like, surrounds things like birth and death and the intensity of the human experience, which is something that all of us obviously have experience with. And especially, I don't know, in times like these where people feel so separate from each other for whatever reason, artworks like these are able to not only remind people of our shared humanity, but bring people together in that way.
I'm Mark T. Smith, and this is my third act. Once I get on the canvas, like anything could happen. You know, you start with just a blank sheet, so it could go any direction. And yeah, and so there's these moments that happen, these spontaneous moments that some people call them like happy accidents, where you do something by accident, you paint over something, you're like, and then you look, and then a day later you're like, that's the best part. You know, like it's such a weird discipline because there's a lot that's happening subconsciously. And there's a lot that's happening when you're just in the flow. And then there's like your brain, you know, afterwards you get back and you look at it and think like, wow, why did I make that way? Like, why did I invert that thing? Whatever it is. It's just, there's things that happen that you can't explain why you did. I mean, it's crazy. It's like, so you go down that list and you start checking off these things that you wanted to do. Like I remember very clearly being 36 in New York and thinking, I checked all the things off on my list. You know, like this list, I came to New York with all these hopes, dreams, aspirations, and goals, and I checked that off. And it's time, it was like in my head, I was like, wow, absolute VH1, MTV, you know, I was backstage at all these award shows, like, I mean, just a crazy life that art gave me.
Este ha sido un lugar que ha inspirado a muchos artistas como Ernest Hemingway, pues ahora ha inspirado a otro artista y todo por una obra benéfica. Hablamos del artista Mark T. Smith, que habló con Chrysler y este le llegó a donar un PT Cruiser que el artista llegó a pintar completamente a mano y se ha trasladado desde Nueva York. Y todo esto para que mañana sábado pues puedan ser subastadas, incluyendo también, mejor dicho, ser subastado el carro, y todo este dinero va a ir a la operación benéfica.
And that's actually something that's really special about Mark's work specifically, is that he uses a lot of iconography that most people are comfortable with. And that is sort of alongside more abstract parts of pieces where people, once they have that one entry point, they can recognize an icon of a skull or a tree. They already have those associations there. So just being able to interact with that first and then move on further into maybe more conceptual, I guess, interaction with artwork where you're filling things in.
Why is it the third act?
Well, the first act was me as a child drawing and painting for the love of painting and drawing. And the second act was me as a professional artist making a living from my artwork. And now I'm at a place, you know, in my creative life where I'm living to paint rather than painting to live. And so with that inversion, it just sort of changed my whole approach, and that's why it's the third act.
Hi, my name is Jillian Pini, and I'm representing the Emerging Curators platform, which is a collaboration between the University of Delaware, the Delaware Art Museum, and John William Gallery. I personally invite you and really hope to see you at the opening of the third act, showcasing artwork by Mark T. Smith at Mills Gallery, opening May 30th. I'm excited to see you there.
What does it take to be an artist? Well, that's a long answer, but like a short answer would be, you have to have the heart to make things. You have to be able to withstand a lot of rejection. You have to do it because you know you have to do it, not because somebody tells you you have to do it. You have to feel a real need for it because it's an uphill battle. Hey, I'm really excited to invite you to my solo show, The Third Act, at Mills Gallery in Orlando, Florida. Get on down there.